Good morning, everyone. I've had a few questions about the Pharaoh project, so I just wanted to review that quickly with you in case you have not turned yours in yet. So what you're looking at right now is the Pharaoh project turn-in on Google Classroom. You see right now I have two resources. This video will be the third. The first one is the project directions. This is something we talked about last week in class. You took notes on a Pharaoh, you use books in the classroom or books on Epic, you use websites, and as you took notes, you were looking for background information, time periods, the accomplishments of your Pharaoh. And then you had two options. I'm going to go through option one because I think that one was the most popular, but you do have option two, which is pretending that you are interviewing your Pharaoh and you would just write out a script. So you would say this, maybe introduce your Pharaoh, and then your Pharaoh would answer some questions and you'd have a conversation back and forth. And you would talk about all of these things in your script of your interview. Okay? Option one is, I think, what most people decided to go with was the Google Slides presentation. And I made one. It's a pretend Pharaoh. You'll see here. So I made a Pharaoh cupcake, and this would be my title page, and I'm just going to go through and show you what I did for my project. So on the first slide I put the Pharaoh's name and my name. I have on slide 2 background information about my Pharaoh. So I have the parents' names, the birthplace of my Pharaoh, siblings, and spouse. Those aren't things that you'll find for every single Pharaoh, so just put in what you find about yours. Maybe you can't find a parent's name, or you find that is not listed from a source. You can put that, so parents unknown, or something like that. I put the time periods. Second, this is when Cupcake lived, when Cupcake ruled, or reigned. That was a vocabulary word. Remember, BC years will be bigger the further away in history they were, and they will get smaller as time goes on. The kingdom where Cupcake ruled, I found if it was the Old, Middle, or New Kingdom. If you have Cleopatra, remember she's not going to be in any of those three kingdoms. The capital city might or might not be something that you find, and which dynasty the Pharaoh was part of. And then major accomplishments. Do not forget this section. It's really important to tell me, why is your Pharaoh remembered? Why do we have books and websites dedicated to your Pharaoh? What is he or she known for? You're welcome to include pictures if you have pictures. There doesn't need to be a lot. It's not going to be on your rubric. And finally, you will include your sources. I need to know at least one book and one website that you've used. If you cite your sources on EasyBib using MLA format, you do get a few more points, but they are not required. You can just put the titles of the books you used and maybe a little bit of website information about the websites you chose. When you find that you are finished your project, either your slides or your interview, you're going to submit it on Google Classroom. So I have Google Classroom here. I am signed in as a student, so you can see there's a section here called Your Work. Mine is not done yet, so it's called Missing. I'm going to add or create. Since I already have my slides finished, I'm going to choose Google Drive because that's where Google saves all of your slides, all of your docs. Everything you make with Google is in the Google Drive folder. Now it shows me the recent things that I've opened with Google Drive. I'm going to choose my Pharaoh project and select Add down here. Once it's done loading, I'm going to get a spot to click Turn In. And it asks me, am I sure I want to turn it in? Yes. Now, one more thing. If you are working on your Pharaoh project and maybe you've already turned it in, and you say, oh, I forgot to include my sources, or I forgot this, it's probably not going to let you keep editing your slides unless you click unsubmit. When it's turned in, that tells me it's finished work, you're done working on it, and I can grade it. So if you still want to add something, you have to go back and unsubmit, finish, and then turn in again. If you are doing that, maybe you want to let me know in the comments that you're still working on it, that you've unsubmitted. That way I don't grade some unfinished work, okay? If you have any questions on that process, send me an email or rewatch the videos, or some other teachers have also posted videos about turning in work on Google Classroom. Maybe those will help you too.